Systems greetings Aurelis. Episode 7? Where's episode 6? If you haven't seen my rudimentary announcement in the news channel, basically I left it too long, news got outdated, and yada yada. I'm trying to get back on track now, but honestly there's just been a lot going on recently, so that's kind of why I missed last episode. We'll hopefully get back to your regularly scheduled programming soon enough, but for now, apologies for the disappearance of episode 6. So, on to our weather this week. Heavy storms have been raging for the last few days, and New Cryon Nexus even experienced a temporary power outage. Rumour says one of the most intense Xeno creature battles the system has ever seen was happening at the time, and the match ended tragically in a draw. Temperatures are showing to be lower for the rest of this week. You can expect a strong overcast and moderate snowfall in various regions of the planet. And then besides the usual atmospheric conditions and movements of Aurelis Prime, there is actually something interesting that's going to happen in a couple days, which is a meteor shower. Most citizens that live in the southern hemisphere of the planet will be able to see it. An anonymous amateur astronomer discovered that some heavy asteroids went through the ring of Aurelis Prime, changing the trajectory of quite a large amount of smaller objects in there, and they are currently on their way right now into the atmosphere, so don't miss it. To our first story, the first round of the Aurelis Prime Xeno tournament has concluded. I was meant to announce this last week, but obviously we had to execute episode 6. I myself have been participating, and now with the advent of round 2, I think I'm going to look into recording my matches and posting it to the channel as some bonus content. Maybe. By the way, we should probably mention that last episode we were busy speculating what the update was going to be, and I mean it's been out now for a while, so we all know what it was. It was Pokemon. Literally just Pokemon. And somehow one of, if not my favourite update to the game in recent memory. It gives a huge purpose to creatures now who previously were more like a decorative item than a meaningful gameplay loop. And I do want to take a moment to touch on that though. I saw a post recently that made perfect sense to me. All the recent updates have been focused on revamping and giving purpose to otherwise underutilised aspects of the game. For instance, the next most recent update, Remnant, was focused around giving the Colossus a full gameplay loop, using it to collect scrap with a new multi-tool attachment and ferrying it all back to a waste plant to recycle. Before the update, the Colossus was pretty much useless. Remnant gave it a full purpose and loop. The same can be said for Xeno Arena and Pets. Same with beacons and Selmons, relics and ancient bones. Do you see the pattern? The only exceptions have been Voyagers and Worlds. Instead, they focus on adding new aspects to the game entirely. The point I'm really getting at here is that we could use this trend to predict the next update. What parts of No Man's Sky do you think are underutilized at the moment? Perhaps freighters, racing, space encounters? Let me know what you think, because there's a good chance we can now guess what the next update will include. To our next story, the hearing for Guildmaster Luxno went smoothly, besides Luxno withdrawing and not actually attending to defend himself. Throughout the case, considerable evidence was brought forward and many witnesses to the event were called to the stand to testify. One such witness was our dearest Aurelia AI, who was about as unhinged as you can expect. One of the judges, Sir Dwayne, is known for being hypercritical about various AIs, so some conflict was seen in the case between himself and Aurelia. Regardless, other witnesses who took the stand included both the former sheriff and the current sheriff, and once both had provided their accounts and evidence was reviewed by the judges, a sentence was drawn. Guildmaster Luxno was found not guilty of the following: possession of weapons of mass destruction, use of weapons of mass destruction. However, Luxno was found guilty of terrorism, data theft from a government institution, extortion of a government official, mayhem, 435 counts of murder, 1,138 counts of attempted murder. Judge Dwayne followed up the sentencing with an official statement, of which I will read now. Today, the Grand Court of Aurelis Prime has come to a verdict. In the case, number 001, against Luxno, the court has decided Luxno has been found guilty of numerous charges, including terrorism, hundreds of counts of murder, and over 1,000 counts of attempted murder. The infamous March 3rd attack placed Aurelis Prime at a critical moment, a choice between collapsing under the assault or rising together to bring the perpetrators to justice. This verdict represents a major milestone for Aurelis Prime. It marks the debut of our justice system and demonstrates that it functions exactly as intended. It stands as a testament to our strength, our resolve to do what is right, and our commitment to providing a safe and interactive environment for all citizens. Luxno will face the death penalty for his crimes. We hope this decision brings closure to the people of Aurelis Prime and reaffirms our unwavering dedication to justice. With Luxno soon to be executed, it should also be noted that the APSD will be seizing all of Darkwood Systems' technology as safely as they can. Some concern could arise from this, as Darkwood's tech was immensely powerful, and, at least in my opinion, shouldn't be placed into the hands of anyone, full stop. We'll see what becomes of this seized technology, but in the meantime, we hope the grieving families can find some closure at the summary execution of Guildmaster Luxno. So anyway, politics. I've officially formed my party. We are AMP, or AMP, like a guitar, with the Aurelis Multiplanetary Party, and boy do we have aspirations. I can tell you all right now, I will not let the people of Aurelis down. I've had so many ideas ever since the last election cycle, and I promise I'm going to implement as many of them as I physically can. We're currently waiting on the next official announcement from High Command, so stay tuned to see what phase we go into next. It'll be different depending on if any other parties sign on to oppose me. We're going to close up this week with some flash news. No Man's Sky has won the BAFTA Best Evolving Game Award for 2026. Super proud of the team because damn, that is so well deserved. Next, it has been announced the economy system is getting a total makeover. Lags requested testers for the new system in a post in the server announcement channel. Last thing, applicants are wanted for AP staff. So if you want to get involved more with Aurelis Prime and get into the staff team, make a ticket. If you want to get involved but don't exactly want to be staff, don't worry because we'll have a lot of opportunities opening up soon. Specifically if I'm elected. We plan to open some new departments which will need a lot of employees. That's just about all the news we have for today. Again, sorry for the murder of episode 6, and I'll try to be better on track again soon. So anyway, you know the line. Trust us with your news.